Greetings and salutations, fellow gamers. Lukey P here with another episode of Let's Play Skyrim Survival Modded with Baldrus the Wood Elf. We've got a bunch of mods on for any of you who haven't been following the series so far, which change the game, make the emphasis a lot more survival focused. So there's mods like Campfire, there's Frostfall, there's realistic needs and diseases. There is basically a host of mods designed to enhance the game's survivability aspects. And right now, one of the weather mods has decided it's time for a really long storm. It's been raining the whole of the last episode, so the last half-hour episode it was raining, and it is still the same storm. There is no thunder and lightning at the moment though, and so we may start to think about heading out into the wild just to scout around a bit. You'll see these things up the top. This is because last episode we ate a bunch of ingredients to find out about their alchemical properties. It nearly killed us. We needed some of our potions to survive, and we did that to learn about what we might like to use to make certain potions. Now we are embarking on our alchemy skill set, because we are advanced enough to have made via the create item menu from I think is it Campfire or Hunterborn, I'm not sure which one it is, but basically it allows you to make a mortar and pestle out of some animal bones, which seems realistic. Some small animal bones, you'd carve a pestle and you carve a mortar maybe and use one of them as a pestle to crush some ingredients. So let's eat to start this episode off. We have some elk steak and some water. We have to go to the magic menu to check we've got everything. Yeah, we're satiated and we are slightly thirsty, so we still need another drink. Okay. That campfire will be on for another 11 hours, so actually looks even more miserable than yesterday. The sky doesn't, I mean you can see the clouds moving up there, but it doesn't look as bright as it has been. Which suggests we may be in for another long day of waiting around for the weather to improve. Isn't really how I wanted to play this roleplay, but if the weather's bad, you've got to be a bit realistic if that's how you're going to roleplay it. Let's just look for some ingredients down by the river. So we found some hargraven and hawk feathers. A little bit peckish, so we have one of our edible berries. And we will forage again for some ingredients. Blue mountain flower and a beehive husk. Let's go up here and forage. Ingredients. Butterfly wing. And has it stopped raining? The storm is over. Fire has 7 hours left. Let's go out hunting in... the butterflies are out. The storm really must be over now. We can grab some butterflies for ingredients. There we go. A ladybird as well. See if we can see any animals getting water down by the river. We can't. fellow hunter, so we can't really attack you. This is Maik, who was there the other day.
Some like taking friends on adventures. Mike thinks being alone is better. Less arguing about splitting treasure.
Okay. You seem to have had the magical power to stay on there throughout the thunderstorm, so good for you. That's from where we killed those animals. I did wonder if that deer might have returned. I'm getting close. Yeah. We got it. We got it. Drag it out to the river. Drag it to shore. See it bleeding from the air. Okay. We want to... Sorry, I got distracted there. My phone, which I used to time episodes, has just decided to run out of battery. Delightful. Well, let's field dress this and harvest. We've learned from our experience harvesting the bones and organs from animals. That's great. That's even better things we'll be getting in the future. I'm not a massive fan of having these skeevers follow me around, I'm not gonna lie. I probably won't summon them again. They seem a little bit... I was hoping I might have been able to summon like a wolf or something. Seems a bit more in keeping with Baldrus. Rather than some dirty, disease-ridden skeevers. These nightshades, this is strange. Must be some kind of, yes, graves and memorials where we'll pick the flowers, but we will leave the flowers somebody has come and placed on those graves. There's that hunter again. Having put enough fire on our wood on our fire to last the rest of the day, I don't want to abandon this campsite at the moment. I want to make the most of the wood we've got. Probably stay here again tonight, but let's just see if we can find anything up here. There's a path up here. This looks like a... Is that what I think it is? Vampire. Out in the sun. Come back here. We see you, vampire. Come and face me. Why'd you run?
No more! I yield! I yield!
How does she do that? She disappears.
Enough!
We see her because of the arrow in her now.
Enough!
There she is. It's not easy to take out a vampire.
I yield! I yield!
She's not fighting us. I don't understand this. Maybe she's a peaceful vampire. Well, we seem to have lost track of her. That was a bizarre encounter. A vampire out in the day, who doesn't fight us, but was roaming around our campsite, near our campsite. I'm not sure I particularly like that, so may not be the safest place to spend the night if there are vampires around. There's a deer. I knew I heard a deer. See if we can hit it from here. No. No. Disappointing. I think, even though it's late-ish at 4 o'clock, I think I've decided that it's dangerous for Boldress to spend the night here with that vampire around. She was quite near to our campsite. We don't know what she was doing. I know that for anyone watching who isn't familiar with Skyrim, in gameplay terms she's totally harmless, but Boldress doesn't know that. So Boldress is going to pack up his campsite and move on. We may just want to chop down some wood before we head off. Cannot harvest wood while in combat. We're great, it thinks I'm still in combat with that fledgling. Let's Imperials and a prisoner. We don't want to get involved in that. Let's head back to up the river to near Riverwood. That seemed to be an area we could look to explore. Perhaps on the other side of the river. We did do a whole lap of this river. Let's of the lake rather. We went round the whole length of the. See if we can collect some of these. Appears to be a large concentration of butterflies and the likes. One there. I wonder if that vampire's following us. It's had its bar up there for some time. I was trying to get some of those fish without getting myself too wet, but only managed to get the one. So keep going up. What I might do, because I think, oh no, the game's finally realised I'm out of combat with her. I thought I was going to have to run to Riverwood and go into the shop just on principle to dodge that glitch, because changing location normally fixes combat glitches like that. But let's cross over to the other side of the river. We're going to go into the river and get wet. And then we're going to grab what fish we can. I'm going to pop out the other side, chop down some trees and set up camp for the night. So let's see about collecting some of these fish and dragonflies. They've all gone now. We've got some salmon. Lunch summon. And that little bar in the top right hand corner tells us we are soaking wet, which is not a surprise. Let's chop some deadwood. I'm carrying too much to be able to run. I did not realise we were at that stage. Let's see about starting a fire here, I think. That's branches. Use some animal fat and build a fire. Yeah, lit almost straight away because it's and we can go to roaring. Let's not go to roaring just yet. Let's instead set up our camp for the night. So we want to put our tent down as well. Kind of hoping these skeevers would disappear after 24 hours, and I'm fearing they're not going to. Are there any animals we can see? Getting late, but it seems to be still light enough to see a little bit. No, we can't really see any animals, so let's return and dry off a bit. And we will forage for a little bit. See if we can find some more ingredients. And then let's do some alchemy. So, having eaten a lot, we want to make some fortify health because we did run very close to the wire on those things last time, so I feel we want to try and that's got damage magicka, which isn't great, but it's okay. I'm just mixing out with some of the more common ones because we can find out what they've got, and if we don't get anything we just fortify our health. So we've done some fortify health. Let's do some restore health because arguably that is more important. $76, $25, $76. So some of these are evidently a bit rarer, so we get a bit of an uplift. So these are helpful things to have. What was that? That's well, let's make them. So our alchemy's gone up a fair bit as we've been playing around there, and we've now got a bunch of helpful potions. Damage stamina, so this will make. Modify conjuration. Okay, so that's... I don't want to go mad on... you can... So arcane detachment is one of the most valuable potions, and you can go mad spamming them to up your alchemy skill, but I'm not into grinding with this role play at the moment. It's not something I feel Boulders would do. Gaining kind of a fair few levels in alchemy a day is perfectly acceptable. We've made some useful potions which we'll probably keep. Some we'll probably sell on, but our potion of healing is 50. We've made some potions of health which do nearly 50% more at 70, or over 50% more at 76. So that's been pretty useful. I do wonder if we can make any potions of cure disease. That would be something pretty useful to be able to make ourselves, and I feel it's something we'd probably need in the wood. We need to hunt down hawks and mud crabs to get those, so we'll make a special note to hunt those down in future. Let's do one more foraging for ingredients, and then we will use this. We'll make it a roaring campfire. We will have an elk steak. We will... oh, we need to boil some of our river water. We'll drink some of our boiled up water, and then we will turn in for the night. See what the morning brings. I do wonder if we've gained a camping skill level yet. No, 86%. What about an endurance skill level? Nope. Okay. Exit. So we were a bit peckish, so we will have one of our edible roots. We will have some of our boiled water. So we'll have some more. And then I think we will pack up and be off. Pick up. Let's pack up. We did make something last episode, I just remembered I didn't put on. Have we skinned anything since? We've got a deer hide. We could just put out our tanning rack. Let's make some more leather. Leather front left. Leather box pouch, which gives us a bit more carrying capacity. Which just helps. It's probably a bit unrealistic for carrying, but we're role playing a guy who basically lives in the wild, having to carry everything with him, and there's role playing which is fun, and then there's role playing which is less fun, and I feel not being able to carry much in terms of ingredients and camping equipment would be fall into the category of less fun. This is a wooden hut which we've been past before. No, we haven't. I thought we had. So this is someone's cabin and supposed to be left open. There's a book there which appears to be There's an old lady. Hello.
I'm just a poor old woman, dear. No need to trouble yourself with me.
Okay. Right, it was nice to meet you. You've got a shack with some holes in. I hope you managed to survive okay out here. We will leave you be. Curious about that wooden post. There may have been some ruins out here at some point, but oh, they may have fallen down from that rather imposing thing up there. Who's this? Hello.
What can I do for you?
Oh, hello.
I'm collecting ingredients to bring to the gourmet. He'll think my taste's so refined when I offer them to him. You have heard of the gourmet?
I've never heard of him.
You've not heard of the gourmet? Author of Uncommon Taste? He is a wizard with a spatula. Well, not an actual wizard, but his recipes are legendary. You know, I've heard the gourmet is in Skyrim right now.
That's interesting.
Yes?
Alright, it was nice to meet you. Enjoy collecting your ingredients. For whoever this gourmet is. We will collect ours. It's a bunny rabbit. There's a hawk. We need those hawks for our... Someone's called out, that's close enough. We did want that hawk. Let's see if we can... No, it's not going to come this side. We may have to... We may have to leave that, unfortunately, given the... I do wonder if we can bring it down from here. No. Probably a bit too far. Well, it's 8 in the morning, but we plan on heading into Riverwood to sell some of our produce. We've collected a fair amount of stuff over the last couple of days out in the wild, and I feel like it'd be a good time to sell it on. See if they perhaps got a better bow or some other things. It's a bit cold. Let's change our cloak to fur. Let's head back down from that to warmer climates down here. So grab our walking stick. It's dark. I do wonder if there's another storm afoot, which would be quite disappointing, as we seem to have spent a large number of episodes sheltering from storms, but it looks very, very dark here. Just rock hop across this river. No, that didn't work. We did not rock hop successfully, and we are now very wet. Hello, hello. You remember me, don't you? I've been gone for a while. Hello, fellow wood elf. How are you, Farendale? Stand by these smelters and see if we can't dry off a little bit. We are both wet and cold, which is never a good combination. go and see what
You
we've.
looking for a new blade?
What have you
Take a
got for
look.
sale? We've got a hunting bow, and that remains it. These are not particularly inspiring things for me,
Good
thank
day.
you. Let's go and see the Riverwood trader.
The Riverwood Trader is everything you need in a general store. My sister Camilla or I will be happy to help you.
Okay, can we see
Some may call this junk.
what you've got for
I
sale,
call them
please?
treasures.
Don't really need any of that. We're on right on all of this as well, actually. And we can make our own potions now. We forage enough food. We don't care for magic at this point, and we don't really need anything you've got here. We might need some straw in the future, but probably not for now. And so basically we've reached a point where we are, within reason, fairly self-sufficient. So let's see what we can sell on. Be nice to have some more steel arrows. Maybe the blacksmith could make us some. We don't want to sell any of this. We will sell some of our potions, though. We don't know much about conjuring. We may keep that in case we run into a wizard, but we will sell on these. Damaging health is handy. We don't want something which increases somebody's health if we fire it at them. So let's not keep that. We've got our cure disease potion we made. Minor magic we don't need. Resist poison. Actually sell our fortify health because that doesn't do much for us. So we've got plenty of potions of healing. Let's see about selling some of our meats. Probably don't need that much summer meat, so let's sell 6 of those. Let's sell all our venison. We don't need that. We don't need 14 wolf haunches. Let's sell all but 3 of them.
I better get back to cleaning the store. What a mess.
Okay. If you're that distressed by the state of your store, you should clean it. You may be out for a storm. We did get a letter a while from Calcimo. We have recently acquired a certain dwarven hunting knife from loosened dry goods. The Riverwood trader. I'm not sure how that came to find it so resting there, but I've been trying to obtain one for my research. If you still have it, or if not, find another one. I would be most appreciative if you bring it to me here in Markarth. I will pay handsomely. Sincerely, Calcimo. Well, it's tempting, but we don't know where Markarth is, and we don't really have a need for money. We've got money at the moment, and we don't seem to be able to.
I could forge you a warhammer that would crush a giant's head like a walnut.
Okay.
Take a look.
What I really want is to buy some better arrows. You've got some steel arrows. 18 for 108. That's a lot, but we will. We'll pay that. I don't think you've got anything else we particularly want though at this stage, thank you. I think we are. We're going to wrap this episode up there. So we've come into Riverwood and done some trading. We bought a few more steel arrows. And yeah, next episode we will continue exploring and thriving and surviving, I hope. So thank you very much for watching as always. I'm Lukey P, and I will see you again soon.